This is Samson. So Robert, introduce me to this group here. Who am I? What do I do here?
This is Samson. He's the lead designer on this bridge replacement project. He's one of the most accomplished engineers in the entire office. So when there is a project that has a level of complexity, guess who they come to? Mr. To, the voice of hotel. So put some respect to his name. He knows what he's doing.
Thank you. Okay, as you can see here, I'm a beginner impacting on the big mark. See how it's working like this here, and that's small one. That's what we do. We talk, but we do as well. We begin to see the beginner. Okay, the sweat is the body. It's my country. So we're doing it to be able to help. Whatever we can do to help. It's not about the money. It's about what we can do to improve the lives of our brothers and sisters. This is the city of beginner, and they put it in the sidewalk. Yes, I'm going to tell you. They put it in the sidewalk, and I'm going to be the one to put it in the sidewalk. If I all do it. So, thank you.
I'm on way play, I'm on way play. I'm on the why pay no one you say why be your them are rock out and get your wife. My boy, you way there, and I so neo, Toto, Nama will was some more. So they can't when I saw you, the way power 90 were power. Them a rock out and get your wife. My boy, you way there, and I so neo, Toto, Nama will was some more. So they can't when I saw you, the way power 90 were power.
Good evening, folks. Samson to Labrador Radio. We want to thank all of you again for tuning in. We appreciate you. We appreciate you all, 172 of you. Please just share this video to as many brothers and sisters as possible. We appreciate you all. Thank you. I know they're going down. I'm going to call their number going down. But whoever you are, whatever area you find yourself tonight, we welcome you. And we say thank you very much for following. We appreciate you very much, and we'll continue to do what we have to do here. It's a wonderful thing to make sure we have our brothers and sisters here as well. Thank you. Thank you all. If you can just share this video to as many brothers and sisters, we appreciate it. Thank you very much. This is Samson Toll, Labrador Public Radio. We want to thank you for being with us tonight. Stay with us as we have fun together here tonight on Labrador Public Radio. Safety. Lord Jesus, we want to thank you again this evening for bringing us here. My Lord, we ask you again to extend our life. We ask you for the opportunity to be extended. We ask you for your blessing. We ask you for your mercy, the blanket of mercy on us. My Lord, you are the greatest of all. We're not ashamed to pronounce you as our Father because you have guided us from birth up to this time. We want to thank you. We ask that you continue to guide us. Thank you for everything. Thank you for everything. Thank you for things yet to come. We know good things they're coming. Good things are on the way. We appreciate that. We appreciate that. We know that. We know you will bring us good stuff. And we appreciate it, my Lord. Thank you. My Lord, will come before you again tonight to ask that the Republic of Liberia be blessed, that the people of the Republic of Liberia be blessed, that the President of the Republic of Liberia, President Waka, be blessed. Extend his life. Whatever he touches, bless his hand. Whichever door he knocks, my Lord, open the door in the interest of the Liberian people. We put Liberia in your hand. We put Liberians in your hand. Guide the leadership. Give them wisdom to do what is good for our people. We ask that the host country, the United States of America, be blessed. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Good evening. Thank you for joining us tonight. Kampucha and myself on this Monday afternoon. We want to thank all of you again for tuning in tonight. We appreciate you very much. We appreciate everything that you've done and continue to do for us. Thank you very much. What we do here is to make sure we have conversation about our people and make sure that in fact
The world is watching, and we appreciate that. We say thank you, thank you, thank you. Please stay with us tonight as we discuss important thing about our country. There are some things that are happening, and I try to stay above those things. But then again, as usual, we are here to talk about whatever it is that we have to talk about, which I can't find some of the things I want to put up now. I can't find that. Uh, let's see. Would I be able to find that? No. So I'll go back and do that again. I'll go back and do that. Folks, there are some things that are happening in the country. And one of the news thing, I'm not going to call it defining movement, but those are things that we have to be very careful about as Liberians. We have to pay attention to those things because they can derail us very easily, very easily. Like just a matter of time, community action, things that happen over and over. Liberians are watching, and we cannot afford to have those kinds of situations to happen among us. We have to continue to pray for one another. We have to continue to pray for the country because these things just don't look good. They just don't look good. Uh, so let's continue to pray for one another. Things are getting a little bit in terms of conversation are getting out of hand as far as I see it, because it's not a good thing to have brothers and sisters talking about issues that's supposed to be beneficial to all of us, but some people are completely bent on it being uh, political. Tomorrow, we expect the Samuel 12 case to go to the Supreme Court tomorrow, and I'm going to be reading here. Former Finance and Development Planning Minister Samuel D. Toy has accused Vice President Jeremiah Kun of directing Criminal Court C Judge Usman Fakla to overturn the jury verdict acquitting him in a high-profile economic sabotage case, escalating the political tension ahead of the court proceeding ruling tomorrow. Tomorrow. So if that is the case, Samuel Toy case gonna go to the court tomorrow. What do we expect? For me, this article that I'm reading from Front Page Africa, by the way, it says here in a lengthy statement posted on his Facebook page on Monday, to allege that the vice president that Vice President Cohn instructed 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 that Vice President Cohn instructed George Fakely to set aside the jury's not guilty verdict on what he described as a bogus and substantial allegation of jury misconduct, despite claiming that the judge had found no evidence linking him or his lawyer to any wrongdoing. To a further claims that his sources informed him that the government has spent weeks divided over whether to challenge the acquittal, with some officials and members of the judiciary allegedly warning that overturning the jury's verdict would undermine the independence of the Liberia judiciary system. I agree. I agree. I agree. According to Toy, his intelligence indicate that the government final decision was reached last Thursday, following what he described as extensive discussion and a national security assessment. If what Samuel 12 is alleging here, if it is true, we can't do those things. What's really bothering me here is this. If at all, if what Samuel to what I just read to you, some of what I just read to you, go ahead and read it on Front Page Africa. You'll see the entire article. If that is the case, then the Unity Party government will not win next election. Because we've been on this step. Nobody's stupid around here. We knew very well that the Unity Party, if President Baka is not seeking re-election in order for them to maintain their power, they were going to engage the former government officials. And Samuel Eto'o is not going to be the last person. We have been predicting that they will slow the CDC and the former government officials who want to participate in 2029 general election to slow them down in the process legally to slow them down in the court of law. In the court of law. Interesting at all. Interesting from my position. One of the encouraging part of this here, from my perspective, is that if they can do this, they should be expecting next government to do the same thing, which will help to improve the situation as far as Liberia corrupt behavior and what have you is concerned. Now, let's move on. So, what Samuel Eto'o is alleging here, that the vice president is the one behind it, have instructed, according to the paper, instructed the judge to overturn the verdict. First of all, it'll be it will be very much in poor judgment, and if the judge followed that, he would have brought down the judiciary standard. Just quite recently, we heard a chief justice telling the magistrate all over Liberia that the judicial system must be held up by all costs. That the integrity of the judiciary must be held up by all costs. And the chief justice has been going around telling judges and Liberians, those who are listening, that under his watch, the law will be the law. There's not going to be, you know who I am, Liberia always. And I have no doubt this chief justice is very serious. It's very serious. This is the man who has jailed the law jail Prophet Key for violating certain aspect of the Liberian penal code, and there's no mercy. That is the judge. That is the law. The law is the law. If you feel the law is not against you or against you, you follow whatever grievances you have through the same process. But what Samuel Eto'o have done here, for me, two items here tonight. So if Samuel 12, what he's alleging that, allegedly here, what he's putting that, if it is true, then the judiciary system will be regarded by many Liberians as being faulty. And it will make some of us to feel like the Chief Justice statement over the months. It's also flagagé. But I don't believe this Chief Justice will be somebody who will speak based on flagagé. I think he's a very sincere person. I think this Chief Justice that I've seen his face, I believe, even if his brother comes before him and his brother is guilty, that brother will face the weight of the law. That's all we want, and that's all we ask. Second thing, what Samuel Toy is doing here, what he has done with this article, throw the monkey range into this whole situation. So tomorrow, if they rule against him, he has already written all over. You will have to definitely show high evidence, no circumstantial evidence can make Liberian to believe that this man is guilty. You have to show real evidence, high evidence, video, tape recording, audio that have his hand must be cut in the cookie jars. You can't say I think his action prove. If it is based on the action, every circumstantial, let Samuel 12 go, you go run your government. You missed the boat. If you people are unable to prove through legal means, you were given an opportunity and you allow the opportunity to slip through your fingers, let it go. Don't drag the judiciary system. Some of us depend on. I don't have no money. I'm a Liberian. But I've been away from home for a very long time. And I want to go back home. And when I get home, why somebody decide to challenge me legally? I depend on the justice system to come to my aid if I'm not guilty. I depend on the justice system to be fair and give me my day in a court. But if you have a justice judicial system like this, judges are making decisions based on political favoritism, logically, then where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we going with this? So what Samuel 12 has done here, very interesting. I told you, as someone who support President Bakai, I'm not a Unity Party member, but as someone who support President Bakai and will support him continuously, I will not take sedition for granted. They are smart, very intelligent people. Sedition, they're very smart. I'm not going to take them for granted. They bring it anyway. They bring it in the intellectual realm. We will 4 hours. Even if I know, we went there. In the county, the countryside, myself, I'm going to the countryside. I'm from Toad Town. Not only from Toad Town, but from Mwempliwe. The village of the village of the village of the village of Toad Town. Mwempliwe. Deep, deep, deep in the forest. I grew up there. So if you lead a civil war, you want to go to the countryside, we're there. I'm not taking sedition for granted. Y'all want to speak the dialect? We will speak the dialect. Y'all want to speak the no-go English? We speak the no-go English. Y'all want to speak the book? And we'll try our best. We're not both you, but we'll try. I'm not taking CDC and sedition for granted. I told you that already. And this is some of the thing. What Samuel 12 have done here, either way, why he couldn't wait till tomorrow after the decision? But he decided to preempt and tell Liberian, whatever verdict the guy gonna give tomorrow, if it's negative against me, sound like Donald Trump, doesn't it? If I don't win, they cheated. If I win, it's a fair election. Folks, Liberia and Liberians and the issue of Liberia is getting interesting every day. If they rule against me tomorrow, it's a bogus decision. If I win, it's a good day. CDC at its best. When I tell you sedition, I'm not stupid, you don't want to believe me. When they're coming by for who will vote, who will look at CDC and say we're listening to you. I'm not taking them for granted. I'm not taking them for granted. I will take them as they are. Whatever they come before me, I will deal with it. What Samuel 12 have demonstrated and what he has done, he wrote everybody in the world, pretty much. All world leader, government. So some of these things that is happening that might happen tomorrow will end it up in the State Department human rights report about Samuel 12. We will read it next year. These are things. Now, what country or what rich person will look at these kinds of statements, read these things, and say Liberia is a good climate for investment? Only crooks will want to read it. Oh, okay, people, oh, they can take bribe. I'll go there. And when they come, we got nothing coming from them. Most of the concessions that we're not Liberians are not benefiting from is because those who coming to invest, they coming with left hand in their pocket, right hand give them the concession paper, and then the left hand when they take the sign after you sign, the left hand come in and get you and tell you thank you. They don't shake hand with right hand; they shake hand with left hand. You know what I mean? Because of things like this. If you know very well you have this case should have been done, and that will give the investors so at least some sort of a clear understanding that Liberia is a little bit different. Because these are things that happen in a country where people do not respect the rule of law. But in a country where people believe in the rule of law, the case that they finish, you make mistakes, somebody to us walking, letting go. Leave our own with God. But even tomorrow, if they rule against Samuel, who in Liberia will believe that that ruling is a good ruling? Harris, good evening. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you, sir. If you have a report, just let me know. And the WhatsApp number, you just give us a call and we'll bring you on. Anytime you come on, you get anything happening in Liberia that you know of, in Nigeria that you know of, anytime we'll take it. But when they thing go against Samuel Toy tomorrow, as I'm saying, even a baby that in a village, you think they will say that true? Even Unity Party saying deep inside, deep inside, will tell them no. Let this thing go. Let it go. Samuel Toy Anapo, another Gary in his Anapo saying the Gary of government again tonight. This article is a saying in the Gary. And he wasn't backing down. He called people, he called the vice president name. So now he put the vice president of the Unity Party on the back foot to defend, to say, no, we didn't do that. We didn't do that. How dare will you come and accuse us of trying to, we're accusing you of tampering with jury, then you're telling us that we're tampering with a judge? What sense does that make? Tomorrow, before they make that decision, the Minister of Information should be on a high pulpit. In fact, tonight, they should release an article. I know if it's not Marcus, what will come rush for? Samuel Toy has just told you that tomorrow's decision, if it doesn't go his way, that means the vice president was involved. If it goes their way, the judicial system in Liberia is a good one. Just like Donald Trump. I win, it's a good election. If I don't win, they cheat there. Because that job, they're always cheating anyway. So I'm just saying this thing on a very serious note. These things affect the future of the country. You got President Waka going places, begging for people to help us. Your economy. What kind of question is it? Let me hold on. Let me read it, brother. Toe. What do you think is the reason why Zwadru remain undeveloped since Doe died, and we have became president? The city remain undeveloped. People stole the future of our people. My man, Well, you can't talk about. He said, "Why you want to say I in Zwadru? I live." Who tell you said Zwadru is not developed anyway? How you know Zwadru not developed? Eh? Roland Harris, Junior, is Zwadru not developed? Tell me, Zwadru not developed? Like compare Zwadru with other cities in Liberia. Is Zwadru not developed? I don't live in Zwadru. Then you can't you're making that kind of statement. Say Zwadru not developed. I can't help you with that one, my brother. I can't help you. Sorry. Mm. But let me go on a very serious note. My brother. Good question. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not in a government. I am not. I might be a little bit intellectually inclined to do this, but I cannot speak to this from an intellectual perspective to know what is the developmental plan for our brothers and sisters that are in Liberia. Uh, oh wow. Okay. Well, look at him now. True coming on. I live in Zwadru for over 14 years. I am telling you the fact. What I try to say is to stop supporting rogues. Woo, my man. What? Jesus. Why you already indicted me? I ain't even reached the total here. You already indicted me as supporting rogue? Ah. Yeah, tell them, God, if I go to Labrador, I don't want them to beat me roll. My man, how you can't say that? What? But what made you, my man, what made you vet tonight about me? Why I say here that supporting rogue? Okay, let's leave it that one. You're entitled to it. Honestly, oh my goodness. Uh, yeah, you're right. You're right. But it's your opinion. We appreciate it. But let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. So I'm just saying, if this thing does, if the government is very serious about Samuel 12, leave it alone. You can't people who are charged along with Samuel 12. Some people you let them say, oh, they're not guilty. Samuel 12 must be guilty. Samuel 12 people say, ain't get it. No. They want that. That's something else. Who in Liberia tomorrow when you make that judgment that indeed it was a jury temperate? Who in Liberia that will believe you, knowing the history of our country? Yeah, the young man, you're feeling right here that I'm supporting rogues. I don't know who the rogue are supporting, but he making and he's not alone. He might be addressing his question to me, but many Liberians believe that people steal with no punishment whatsoever to back it. People steal. And this young man seemed to be a little bit angry because he said he lived in Zwadru for 14 years and he believes Zwadru has not developed according to his standard. And it bothers him because he has seen so many things. People have the opportunity to help. And this is what we've been saying over and over when we open our mouth. They say, oh, you're just criticizing, you're living in America, you're just criticizing. Yeah. He ready. They've been ready. Honestly, he ready for us tonight. Samuel 12 need to account for all the money he used during his tenure as minister. He is from the southeast yet. He and we are never did anything for our people. He needs to give account of. So from his statement now, I'm not a psychiatrist, I'm an engineer, but I can do my best. You can tell there are some resentment, and these are some of the things that when we say CDC, if you want to come by, these are people you need to address. Don't address me. Listen to him. Listen, just read this. I don't know this man. He doesn't even know me, but read this. He says Samuel 2 and Joe, we are there from the southeast, but yet they did nothing for southeast for 6 years. And here's the interesting thing. We all know each other. People know me when I leave from I go to Total, everybody know me. I broke like here. Then because I work with government in 6 years, I become millionaire in Total. Where I get my money from? Where I get my money from? Where I got the money from to be millionaire in 6 years? $1 million in 6 years. Where the money coming from? My salary alone, if I were, if even at the top government official in Liberia, My salary alone can that give me $4 or $5 million in 6 years? So this person saw these kinds of things. What you see, this is what I keep saying about us as Liberians. As Liberians, you got some Liberians that have not traveled anywhere. They have not gone anywhere. They stay right there in Liberia, and they have seen they're very some of them highly educated, and they know what development is supposed to be. But they see government official comes to power in their own eyeball, colo colo, and not doing nothing, whatever money that they're supposed to get. And yes, yeah, he's saying here, Zwadru have not been developed. He believed that. He said, when I push it, he said, I lived in Zwadru for 14 years. Nothing happened there. And not only that, he said, let Samuel Twa come for his stuff. Because now he's saying, Samuel Twa and Joy, they had the opportunity and nothing happened in the Southeast. But what I'm arguing tonight is the article that I just read. That Samuel Twa, good evening, CEO. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. We'll come to you very shortly. That the article that I just read, that Samuel Twa now, two things here happening. Samuel Twa is saying, if people rule against me tomorrow, because Vice President Kuhn have instructed, according to the article, if I win tomorrow, then the court system in Liberia is good. And my central argument with these kinds of articles that are out there for people to read, not genuine investor will want to pour money in Liberia expecting to get good dividend. Only those who will come to Liberia to get the paper, the connection, this concession paper on right hand, they got a brown envelope on the left hand to shake hand. And what do you expect out of the people? You expect them to pay fair taxes? No. They're paying out front the taxes that they're supposed to pay to the Liberian coffer. They're paying out front. And that's my argument this evening. Let me welcome the CEO. Thank you, Mr. So. Thank you for joining us. What's on your plate this evening?
Good evening. I'm not sure why you're so upset with
you. Don't need to be sure. That's not why you come here for. I'm bringing you here. I'm bringing you on for you to make sure why there's no kumbaya. Just tell your own.
If you could just give me a chance, and then I could speak. You are one of those who have helped to frustrate the audience. You being a facilitator.
I live in Zwadru. This guy spoke here. He seemed to be frustrated. I live in Zwadru. What do you mean I frustrate the audience?
I could have done the same question here because you, as an anchor, you did not present it. Your presentation was very biased. It was inobjective. You're not giving the conversations an open forum so as to allow people or the direction of the conversation. Instead, you taking it very.
Is it why on your plate tonight to dissect what line my conversation is taking? Is that what on your plate?
It could be part depending. I don't know what you are discussing, but the point of, if you could just give me a chance, I think that way you would do yourself a good favor. Because I receive complaint on a daily basis of your presentations of issue, your biases continue to show itself, which is not doing the country a favor. Now you only saying now, and you just rehashing CDC toward the need to do. Tua is expressing his view, his opinion, whatever he heard or what he feels, which is normal. Now, your duty is to give it a sort of open conversation and leave it with the audience. But you have really...
So I am not in a classroom. I am not on the witness stand, and you're not going to tell me how to run my show. I will always push back on it. I'm not here for kumbaya. Just come and talk your own. You're not here as an instructor how to run a show. That's not what we do here. That's not what LPR is paying you for. You're not being paid to be an instructor. What's on your plate? You want me to put you in the bag? I'll put you in the bag.
Well, what is on my plate is I want you to look at in a very holistic view of former Minister toward questionings of the judiciary system of your government and see the circumstances surrounding that, and let us have a conversation instead of you personalizing it and also to removing the fact that he does not have the constitutional right to question, to say, I don't know what he's saying, whether it is true or not. Your job now is to create this conversation.
I got no job. According to you, I got no job. I am here to speak what on my mind. What is on your mind? Don't tell me what I need to do. I do what I need to do. I'm not here to drink pepper soup. I'm not here to drink CDC pepper soup. I'm here as the man who speaks his mind. So what exactly is on your plate?
You never speak your mind. You always insert yourself. You always give your personal. You try to influence the conversations by giving your personal feelings instead of giving the audience, instead of bringing an open conversation to the table for people to explain or for people to know what they need to know as a citizen. But you have personalized this thing so much to the extent.
And if you have personalized it, they don't want to listen, let them go. Yeah. Anyway, Mr. So, what is on your plate? That's what I need to know. You're not here as a lawyer for the audience.
No, I can't even tell you to be that. You always exhibit who you are here. Dish out the food and let's see whether you're going to give me some meat or give me some fish. Then I'll tell you exactly what is on my plate.
Thank you, Mr. So. And so, folks, again, Samson Toll, who is not backing down here tonight with the conservative, coming here with his conservative type of radio talk show, Fox News talk show. Yeah, he coming to bring up here. He want the liberal to follow that. I'm not about ready to fall into that. I am not one of those that follow the Fox and conservative news type. He's from the Fox brand of conservative news, and he wants to tell me how. And I'm a liberal. I carry my news. I carry my platform as a liberal. I'm not here to count kumbaya. There's no kumbaya. But let me go on. Thank you, folks, for tuning in to us. It's a wonderful, wonderful show. Thank you very much, CEO. I know you got a headache, but you need a Tylenol. Take a Tylenol. But let me just say this. And Rescue 3 said Bamboo a divacula, and I think Bamboo need a divacula. Rescue 3, you better call Rescue 2 now. Let him join. I think Bamboo need a divacula. They won't leave Samuel 12 alone. This Samuel 12, the government of the Republic of Liberia, specifically the Justice Department and the judiciary, Samuel 12 has been found not guilty. You can't come back after the jury that you, the government, helped to select.
Okay.
They come out and say Samuel 12 was found not guilty. Now you're going to come back out and say Samuel 12 is not. Dr. Mali, you are not in the mood here tonight. I don't know what I like. That July 26 something. I'm not in the mood with you and the CEO. Don't come support this man on my show tonight, or one of you will find yourself in the pocket. Jesus Christ, what a night! Where they coming from now? Who called these people? Who called it? Hey, look, y'all can't make it with me. I'm just telling you. So let me just say this. Thank you for Dr. Mali. Thank you for joining me. Walter Carter, thank you for joining me. Y'all can be 3 against 1 here. Y'all will not make it. But let me just tell you this. And I think 4, because Rescue 3 is on your side. Samuel 12 went through a jury process, legal process, and on the law of the Republic of Liberia. And based on the testimony, based on all of the evidences that was presented, according to the jury rule, Samuel 12 was found not guilty. The government come back and said Samuel 12 case is a high-profile case. Comes back, and the government says, oh, by the way, we believe there's a jury tampering. The law of the Republic of Liberia clearly states, those type of what you call a runaway, those type of what you might call, they don't hold water. And besides that, let's go with the logic. If you come back and say Samuel Twe, former CDC, former CDC, how do you call it, former CDC uh, 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 Secretary of Finance, Minister of Finance, the man who was in charge of CDC money, they'll say he did X, Y, and Z. CDC man, you'll say he did X, Y, and Z. He's saying to you, the jury say this man is not guilty. You you're gonna come back and say that Samuel Twe is gonna be retried because we believe we believe the jury was tampered with. Who in Liberia? What are Unity Party saying? What are sedition? Who in Liberia that will believe you tomorrow when the jury come out? I mean when the judge come out on the other end tomorrow? And my argument is let it go. Leave this thing alone. Because if not, if you do this and try to bring Samuel to book on the fiasco, what I consider to be fiasco a process. If you do that, any other case you bring, the sedition will be successful in throwing on the bus a CDC a Samuel fiasco trial. My argument is let it go. You mess up, find another avenue, and let's move on. What say your CDC before I go to Dr. CEO, before I go to, well, of course, CDC CEO, before I go to Dr. Martin, who's also sedition. Then I'm going to go to the real sedition here, Walter Cutter. Let's hear from you, CDC CEO. Let's hear from you.
I don't know why you're struggling this evening. It's simply because of your inability and because of your biases. You're not really connecting the dot. And you are unable to adequately
inform. I don't need to connect anything. You can't come here and try to critique my work and you expect me to be quiet. No, I'm not going to do that.
You just call me CDC, MPP, or whatever CEO. I don't. You got to have this temperament, and it's just sad. We have a responsibility. And no exception to this responsibility. What you fail to do to take charge, you as to radio angle, which of course you already compromised. So all of your conversation will always have that sort of, they already laying one side. And that's exactly what you are doing here. You are not telling us, the government that you support, you must have the guts. If you feel very well, who put the jurors together? It's the government, it's the GOL. And for them to come back at this time, knowing fully well the case from all of what has been investigated, they didn't go their way. For you to come back, what you're supposed to do is to take responsibility and call the government, hey, yes, I support you. I am one of your guys. I always blowing the trumpet here. I've been very biased. I've been very deceitful to the audience. But this one here, you missed the mark. The case is over. There is no way, because if you did this, if what you are doing now will be considered as a political witch hunt. This is what you should be saying to your government. This is what you should be saying to your audience. But instead, you're calling him CDC. He's not a CDC minister. He was a minister of finance of the Republic of Liberia.
I said CDC government minister. Thank you. What
is the point of that? What is the point of social
work? Mr. So, thank you, Mr. So. We appreciate it. Because that's the reference everybody's making here, and the fight here is there's no dialogue. There will be no dialogue. There will be no dialogue. I am in charge. There will be no dialogue between you and myself, CDC CEO. There will be no dialogue between you and myself. I am yet to drink one cup of water from a sedition. So please, whatever, with you myself, not go through that route tonight. But let me just ease your concern. I've already expressed that, even though I didn't go through that other tabata you talking about me saying, oh, you're dead. No, I said the government Republic of Liberia. Let me state that again. I blundered the case, and now that the jury has spoken, leave it alone. Let's move on. That's all that I've been saying. Dr. Miles, let's hear from you. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. What's on your plate? I can't hear you. I don't read lips anymore. I left that lip reading business since I left high school.
Oh God.
Are you with me, Dr. Mali, or not? Okay. Walter Carter, let's hear from you.
Thank you, Liberal. I'd like to say hi to the CEO. Liberal, how you doing? Dr. Malik comes back. Well, welcome. Hi to the audience. We appreciate your presence here.
Can you hold on?
So,
Let's test. Hold on 1 minute, Walter Carter. Let's test Dr. Mali. Dr. Mali, can you hear us? Let's test your mic. No, we're still reading lips, Dr. Mali. Can you unmute yourself? Okay, you just need to get out and come back in.
He is the one doing it. That's part of his strategy.
Dr. Mali, you just need to come out and get out and come back in. I have no reason to want. I sent him the link. If I want you to come on my show, I was saying the link. If I'm saying the link, what you do to me? Nothing.
Why you just in fight with everybody?
I'm just telling you, I got nothing to be afraid of. Why would I want to send the man a link and then block him to talk? It's just that he has a faulty equipment. Just like any other thing that's going to come out of his mouth, they're not going to be faulty as well. Samson, too. Walter Carter, let's hear from you.
Thank you, Liberal. So I got two things to talk about here tonight, and which are one of them will be this whole saga with the former finance minister of the Republic of Liberia.
Hold on.
And the other one will be...
Hold on, Walter Carter. Dr. Mali, can you hear us now?
Are you hearing me now?
Oh, good. All right.
Yeah, he finally released it after tension being mounted on him. Welcome, Dr. Mali.
Now, you don't want to welcome anybody on my show. Dr. Mali, he said, I say welcome. I take my welcome by anybody. Walter Carter, go ahead. Let's hear from you.
Yeah, so, like I said, we're talking about the Summit Tour case. I mean, it's double jeopardy if the government ever tries to bring that case back. It will be travesty of justice. And the next one I would like to talk about is the arrest of former CDC chairman, Stan, chairman Emmanuel, what his name, Moluba Molu. It's sad in our society when we see a government.
Was he arrested? The last time
Yes.
we heard was Moluba Molu was a free man in Liberia. His lawyer
Yeah,
told
he was. I said was. I didn't say is. I said was. I didn't say is. I said he was arrested. He was arrested. So the Liberian government, under the directive of the IG, as a matter of fact, said prior to the protest that there was one police officer, he called a guy named, who was distributing police illegal arms to protesters to cause chaos in the city. Right after that, the same police IG planted a plainclothes, what he considered officer, with arms in the midst of protest. And we know the scenario of King George. The police explanation of King George was protesters were firing on police or at police. And so police opened fire on protesters, killing them.
Can you mute yourself for a minute? Because I think we're getting echo. I'm not too sure where the echo is coming from. Go ahead, Walter.
So this gun that was arrested or taken from a so-called, and I'm quoting, quote-unquote, plainclothes officer in the midst of protest, the police director was so mad that he said this man should turn that gun now. If he doesn't turn the gun...
Walter Carter, I will hold you there. Were you able to... how do you know that he was mad? You see,
because I saw the video.
Hold on. You cannot make these kinds of judgment on my show.
Mr.
You are not a psychiatrist.
You cannot tell me.
No, I'm not
Mr.
telling you anything. But I want you to be objective. You can't come out here and say the man was so mad.
Can you leave my subjection to myself?
Vest?
Can you leave my subjection to myself? Because we
No,
see
no, but
body
you can.
language.
You're running. You're on
When
my
somebody
show.
talking
You're
and
on my
knocking
show.
table, when somebody talking and knocking the desk, it means that they are angry about certain things.
Oh,
The
so
man
if
should bring this weapon now.
Okay, right now I'm knocking my dad out there now. Man, we'll talk
Because
about.
you pretending to be
You gotta do better than
you
that.
pretending.
You gotta do better than that. Go ahead and make your
No.
statement.
So
I just
anyway,
won't go
this
into
man was
all
angry,
the
and
arguments.
from the information that they posted that Moluba Molu was armed and dangerous. Anybody approaching you should approach you with caution. It was an angry statement. It was a statement aiming to get rid of somebody. And
Okay, thank you.
this police director, he got a lot of blood stain on his hand, and he's capable of killing people even more. So that's what he wanted to do. Because
Thank
if
you.
you go and plant somebody in the midst of protest with all that person having even police identity on them, what it tells you. And previously, you already told the Liberian people that these people were armed with distribute their money, people. So if
Thank
that man
you.
would have shot,
Thank
if
you.
that man would
Thank
have
you,
shot
Walter
bullet in
Carter.
the air, the
Thank
police would
you,
have
Walter.
returned fire for
Thank,
fire and
thank
killed innocent
you.
people and say the people had gone among them.
Thank you, Walter Carter. We appreciate that. Those are your views.
No,
We
that's
have
my view. That's exactly what happened in King Jaw.
Walter Carter. Those are your views.
Oh yes.
We're not here to challenge. We're not here to authenticate. We're not here to fact check your whatever. It is. Dr. Malik, good evening. Let's hear from you, sir.
First of all, I want to extend my greeting to the CEO, the Chief Executive Officer of this all-powerful platform,
Thank you,
and
Doc.
then to the board chair. Uh,
Don't you think you have it the other way around?
and then to the board chair who can be hire and fire anytime, and the
So
chief
that the
executive.
CEO can fire and hire the board chair. Don't you think you have your scenario a little bit twisted around here
Give
tonight?
Dr. Mali chance to speak his mind, please.
No, but he should be factual to my audience. The board chair hired the CEO and can fire the CEO anytime.
That's not a bone of contention now. He has a flow. Let him speak his mind.
No, I want to correct him. Go ahead, make your point.
Well, as far I'm concerned, we have one-man bull, and a one-man bull is illegal, is unconstitutional, and is subject to revision by the chief executive officer.
Right.
However, my attention is drawn to the border issue, and my attention comes with one question. Are we as a government, are we leaving things unresolved now and consider it to be normal and moving forward? The Guineans are still situated to where they have been sitting almost 2 months now. Nothing is happening. It seems to be a normal occurrence now that when something happens, we just take it on the face value and try to live with it. So the question is going to the laborer himself.
Do I look like somebody representing the government on this platform?
No, you're one of the sympathizer of this government.
Being a sympathizer of the government does not mean I run their government. Why would
So
you ask me that?
so the question I'm posing to you is inappropriate.
No, I'm not talking about the appropriateness of your question. I'm just saying it's misguided. Like any other thought out of you, when it comes to Liberia issue, they're always misguided. And usually,
We are talking on this issue. We're not
your
talking about
question,
other
your comment.
issues.
Yeah, I'm just saying your comment, your question, not only misguided, but they're usually how do you call it subjective.
Well, you are
So
subject. You are subject to your opinion, not the facts.
I know
All
that.
we're saying here is
So
the
your
border
question,
issue
yeah, the border question, the border issue. Don't
is
ask me
addressed.
questions.
Is
Just
still
make your point.
addressed to you, one of the sympathizer and well-wisher
If
of.
I was running this government, if I was in charge of this government, I would tell you, say none of your business. But I'm not in charge of this government, therefore I'm not going to say that. Go ahead.
I'm a citizen. Don't I have the right to ask?
I said if I was in charge of the government.
Why are you so combative tonight?
Well, Mr. So I'm just saying what it is. If I was running this government, I would tell Dr. Mali, it's none of your business. This is not a 4-year club This is a Republic of Liberia. What affect Lofa County affect people in Maryland? So we're not going to come and make it into a 4-year.
So then why wouldn't you answer me? I'm a citizen. Don't I have the
What
right
is your
to
question?
know?
Okay, what is your question? I'm not representing the government, but I have my opinion. What's your question?
My question here is that the border issue have become
You
a
heard
normal.
Dr. Mali, you heard the president, the father of the nation, told us today on the press when he was walking by to Liberia. He said the issue is on a consideration, and that the president of Dumuya, the president of Guinea, knowing fully well that he wants to be part of ECOWAS, that means he wants to live peacefully with Liberians and other neighboring countries. So what is it that you think the government is leaving unresolved? What is it? The people
You
are
are
not in your country.
you are giving misleading information, Libra.
Okay.
We need to be
President Kaka
faithful
didn't say
and
that. President Kaka
sincere.
didn't say that. I'm gonna play the tape. He said that one.
Play the tape.
I'm playing nothing. Wow, let's hear from you. The tape is
Okay.
there.
Play the tape.
Dr. Mari, I think you have nothing else to contribute to this
No,
conversation.
no, I'm still on the border issue. I'm challenging you to play the tape. Let the listener listen to the tape and prove me wrong.
Now you the one.
Dr. Maris, just get your own thing and leave
They-
labor.
they-
Because labor,
I didn't ask you for your help. I can handle myself.
labor is not contributing nothing here tonight.
Oh, I'm not.
Very confused, Ome.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Folks, Samson, too, I think this show going to come to an end very shortly here.
It will have to come to an end because you must answer all
I
the
think
questions.
it would be in the favor of the audience because
What I got to tell all three of you is this. With you or without you, my show will go on.
we will be here.
Yeah, I will only allow you to talk if I'm a dictator. Only if I allow you. No, but I'm very serious. No, let's address this young man. This person coming here again. I think this person.
Why are you jumping from here and there?
I have not concluded, Libra.
You say you're done. You say you're done. Then you
No,
say
no,
that.
I didn't say I'm done. You interrupted.
Quiet. Let's hear from you, and then we'll bring this person comment on.
Okay, I yield the rest of my time to the
Thank
CEO.
you. No, you're not. What do you think this is? A parliamentary type government we're running here? This is a dictator's show. What do you mean by yield? You not anything here. I yield. But let's read this, guys. A government of any country belongs to the people of that country and not the government owned by a political party. This notion of saying ruling government is a political party government should be avoided. Thank you, Anderson. We appreciate it. You've been doing a lot of writing here, but now you're coming to make mistake. You look at Anderson and coming. So you are right. Oh my goodness, you can't.
No, read it,
No,
read it.
No, I'm reading it all. I don't read it all.
So you are.
I'm reading it, and I ain't favor of me. Why I'm gonna read it for? But let's go back to you, and then we'll wrap this. Dr. Mali didn't come to address. He said he told us what's on his plate, and we'll discuss that. But let's go back to you, CEO. Do you have any clue? Again, we're going to move on from Samuel Tour issue, and I'll jump right into Finabono issue here tonight. CEO, you got one or two more comment about Samuel Tour before we move on to Finabono?
Well, when it comes to Samuel Tour, I think he has the right to express his apprehension, to voice out what he thinks he was told from his sources. I don't know who those sources. And this is where we are on an obligation to have a critical conversation about his view, because he's a former sitting minister of finance of the Republic of Liberia, which for whatever reason you term it different way. That is unacceptable, and that been very deceptive to your audience. That's another partisan line that you are taking, and that's something that has to stop. It is in today, it can be anything. It can be any other person tomorrow. We can disagree with him. I think what he puts forward is worth having a conversation, because it's a very strange phenomenon that we are seeing happening, which seems to be like there's some sort of interference by the highest up. Who are those higher up? Is the government in number cases.
He was specific.
Yeah,
He said
I
it
mean,
specifically called the vice president name.
he called the vice president name and all of that, which is very, very, very much alarming. So what has happened now? He has forecast based on what he heard. He has forecast what could be the presumed decisions or verdicts of the court. So it's better if I were in a sense position, I could have done that. If I heard anything that seems to be tampering with the outcome and with the players and people that are involved potentially, they are high players. So I think he's doing what he's supposed to do. All we need to do here now is to kind of give it an open conversation and not to be biased, not to incite our own feelings like you have done. We should continue to do from time to time. And this is also help to compromise the integrity of this network. For someone who claimed to be board chair or whatever it is, who was more or less title-oriented type, and instead of being concerned with the function, what he does, you're not doing it. You're just always very combative to the audience. You don't want them to express their view. You are selective of their opinions, of their view. That's their way of interaction with us as analysts and panelists.
Thank you.
Not to get it.
Thank you. We'll talk about one more round on Samuel Tour, then we'll move on to Finabono.
There
Well,
we
I
go.
still want to talk about the gun issue. I think the gun issue is very
Okay,
important.
the gun issue is on the line, but we're going to go around the room.
Yeah, we'll talk
Hold
about
on now.
Finabono.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
talk. No, listen now. You want to talk about Samuel Tour one more time, or you want to go straight to Finabono?
Yeah, we'll talk about Samuel Tour one more time.
Okay.
Why are you so interested in Finabono thing? Because it brings CDC to the public display. So I'm not really interested in Finabono topic because Finabono is of no importance. Yeah, so my problem here is
decide what
so
topic
okay, let
I
me talk
put on
my
my
own.
show.
Let me talk my own.
I tell you,
Samuel
when I
Tour,
come to hear about Finabono, just say I got nothing to say. We move on.
Yeah. And when you talk about Finabono thing, we'll debunk you. So
Okay.
we have for that. so anyway, look, Samuel Tour. Let us look at Samuel Tour case, right? How is it? This is my first time to hear the government selected her juror, brought them. The first time they brought a juror, they see the pool of compromise. Who remember that? The first time they brought them, they see the pool of compromise. They did a whole re-juror selection again. They brought them. As a matter of fact, let's look at the case. And then we all can agree. The government kept prolonging the case. Every time the government go to the judges call the case in court, the government said they didn't get ready because they didn't got all the evidence. The people finally went through the case now. The people like Brentford listened to the case. The jury deliberated and said this man is not guilty. This man is not guilty. I thought that our jurisprudence, like that's how it's supposed to be. Let a man go. But you come back. You say, oh, Josh, we're taking the case to the Supreme Court now because the man is not found guilty, the man is innocent. The Supreme Court must make sure they must do something to him to bring it back to bring the case back. What kind of lawyers are those people in Liberia? I just want to know what is possible in law that somebody can be acquitted through the juror peers, and then the court can come and say no. The person got to come out for retrial because there was juror tampering. How is that possible? I don't understand it.
Thank you.
I don't understand it. So you can help make sense of it for me.
Thank you. Dr. Malley, you want to take another crack at it, or are you going to go on a different route?
Yeah, let me take a crack at this one.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah, but Mr. Keto should know that the judicial system is structured in a very different way. A case can be passed or adjudicated. A juror can pass a decision, but if there are new evidences to suggest otherwise, it is a prerogative of the judicial system to review whether there was miscarriage of justice or whether the procedure were right or whether people or the juror were tampered with. So the government have the right to review a new incidences that may occur right after the decision. You see, that's why I know. But if we are saying that the jury passed, because in Liberia, there are possibility for jury to be tampered with based on three criteria. One, the society is poor. Three, anybody is looking for fast cash. Four, I don't even know how the juror are being selected, whether it's based on county by county or is inside sources or what, I don't know. But because of poverty and kickback and yellow envelope, there are possibility that witnesses can be tampered with in Liberia. But here is my take. The government should have done their work properly and making sure that thing is put in place and making sure, because if the justice ministry is weak and don't know how to go about fighting it judicial cases in the court, there are possibilities that the government will always be defeated. So in this case, if we have the evidence that the jury were tampered with, then there's a need to review the decision.
Thank you. Thank you, Doc. Your point is well taken.
The government doesn't have a history of winning any case anyway.
Let me just say this here very quickly, then we'll move on to a Finabono issue that I have. And this is it, on a very serious note. I am not here representing anybody. I speak my mind. But what I do know is this. If the government will come out and come back to retry Samuel Twe based on their allegation of jury tampering, they have to have concrete evidence. They have to have evidence so tight, such as video, audio, but you cannot retry Samuel Twe, from my perspective, based on circumstantial evidence. Again, on this jury trial, on the jury.
What would be your position if they did?
I'm coming with my position. I'm not on a court witness stand for you to ask me a question. I'm coming with my position, and therefore, I will say to this government: if you do not have evidence, clear-cut evidence, that the person were in one place that cannot even read or write, that when you present that evidence, no one else can question your intent, then you can go ahead. But if you have evidence based on the say circumstantial evidence for which you want to come and retry Samuel Twe, you are making a big mistake, and you are putting the risk of the lives of Liberians at risk. You're also making the judiciary system a laughing stock. And it's unacceptable, as I said from the beginning. Some of us been away from Liberia for so long. But when we go to Liberia, we depend on the judiciary system to make sure that for some reason, if I'm involved in an accident and I'm taken to court, that whatever evidence that is going to be presented, that it will be weighed equally in the eyes of the jury, in the eyes of the judges. We cannot say because Liberia and Liberians are susceptible to bribe, and therefore we can't use those kinds of logic. Liberians are always people who like to take bribe, and therefore we suspect. And you want to retry someone who has already been found not guilty? Unacceptable if it comes down to that. And finally, I would say to my brothers and sisters, Liberian government, we respect you. This is not a banana republic. This is a republic of Liberia, run by men who believe in law, run by men who are respectable. They didn't come to their position through the back door. They were duly elected, and they're trying to do the best in the interest of the Liberian people. And from that perspective, I will ask that they carry out this duty fairly.
Carrying
Thank you.
what in the carrying out fairly?
Whatever duty they have in mind, they're going to carry on. But
The weeks-
let move
the
on. Let
weeks
me
of
move
hell?
on. Let me move on. The case gonna be adjudicated by the judge tomorrow. Whatever decision he's gonna make, I hope that it'll be fair for everyone. But let me move on. So quite recently, we saw the Finabono, the lady who was the chief of protocol for former President Weah. The lady, you say hi to President Weah, you got to say hi to her, then she passes on to President Weah. The lady now, my understanding, seeing a spear of a hurricane, sedition hurricane of attack, because she made some statement according to social media, which she was praising the present government. And she also, according to social media, she stated that her own sedition are in favor of her going to jail. But thanks to President Bakai and the like of Tamafala, that things are not going the way sedition are planning. And therefore, she's very grateful to President Bakai. And CDC and sedition all over the social media were not quite happy with that. Let me start with you, Dr. Mali. What do you make of it? If at all you are familiar with the issue.
Yes, I'm familiar with this story, but I'm not familiar with the details you just providing.
Okay,
But
just stay
here,
where your
yeah, but here is
familiarity.
my take. You see, as a government, before we come out to accuse someone or suspect them of doing something, we should have done our investigation thoroughly, because people repetition people repetition is involved. Someone repetition is involved.
Are you still in
Someone
the line of that? Are you still in the line of Finabono or now Samuel Twist still?
I, I'm talking about Fina Bono. I'm
Okay,
trying to set a premise here.
okay, all right, go ahead.
So what I'm saying, if you came out as a government to accuse someone, you should have all your facts. You should have done your work properly to make sure you have a winning case. So if Fina Bono is coming out at this time, I see it as public relation, try to seek favor in the eyes of the ruling government, probably to lower the bar on her, and probably let's assume the government decide to give in for some leniency. I think that would be a very dangerous precedent. So I will want for the government to move ahead with this case, because the government have made a lot of legal publicity on this issue. Let it be proven whether Fina Bono is wrong or she guilty of corruption. We want to know. So if Fina Bono coming at this time to press the government for probably some leniency and vindicating CDC to be the bad guys, trying to put her under the bus, I don't think she's playing a very good game. I don't think she's playing a very risky game, because CDC, she belongs to CDC, and that is her constituent party. So if she coming up and making a statement that it seems to be her party try to crucify her with no justification, and the United Party-led government is doing everything to let her have a peace of mind, that's troubling. It's not. It will not august well for her, or between her and seditions. So that statement there, I think it was not made properly.
Thank
She
you.
shouldn't have said that.
Thank you. Let's go to your Walter Carter before we go to the CEO. Any comment on this, or perhaps you want to plead the fifth on this?
Mr.
Walter
Two,
Carter, are you with
with
me?
you. I'm with you, Mr. Two.
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Can you hear
You
me?
plead the fifth? Yeah, you plead the fifth?
I ain't pleading no fit. I just telling you that's elementary. That's elementary or politics. Unity Party is playing. And with Finabono, well, it's up to her because I even heard that she said President is ungrateful. Ungrateful. That's what she said. And I heard on social media. And I'm sitting here wondering to myself, who made her? Who made the likes of Finabono that she would look at President Weah and say President Weah is ungrateful? That's why I look at the whole thing and say this is the Unity Party use her and they think they can get some constituencies or some of her constituents through the CDC by making her to flip and say things against CDC or President Weah. I think it was wrong. Stay your ground. If you know you didn't do anything wrong, stay your ground. That's the process we're in. You earn your money faithfully. You work for your money. You got it. You open your business woman. You didn't steal government money. You are not in the budget. There was no money allocated to you from the national budget that you misappropriated or you misused. So the government just put pressure on you and you capitulated and start acting the way you act. It shows people who don't have loyalty, they got loyalty problem. And it shows people who can break at any time, and, regardless of how you commit to them, help them when times are bad, they don't even have your back. And that's what's happening here. But does it have any impact on CDC? No,
Okay.
it
Thank you.
does not.
Thank you.
Yeah.
CEO, let's hear from you on this.
Libra, before CEO come in, can I ask Keto one question, please?
Go ahead.
Mr. Keto said, President, we have made this woman. So that means, President, we have made every one of them?
President, we have made a whole lot of people to be who they are.
No. The President, we have made you?
President, we have made the people that he brought around that benefited from him.
He made you?
No, but President, he's saying, President, we have brought the people around him. Those are the people he made.
Let me tell you something. I don't know what you
have made Mr. Keto.
I don't know what your question is all about.
All right.
But I think you won't be
yes or no.
Okay. Look, let me tell you one thing.
Okay.
President Weah did not give me a dime. President Weah popularity, I gained nothing from it. I admire him, I love him, and I support him. But President Weah made the likes of listen to me. Ask question.
Okay.
President Weah made the likes of Tomba Fala, Sir Joseph, or even Darius didn't say it. He said Weah made.
Okay. All right. Walter Carter. Thank you, Dr. Mali. Thank you. Okay, Dr. Mali. We're not gonna go through that. Let's hear from you, CEO, on this Finabono issue. You have any comment on this? Yeah. What do you want to do?
This is sad.
I know.
Especially, this is, I don't know all of the details, but for the little that I've heard, and this sort of always concept, they want me this one, I just see that's just a complete waste of time. At some point in time in our life, someone, somewhere, someplace help us to gain spotlight. Getting you into that spotlight does not subject you to slavery or, not speaking your way. I don't know all of the details, but from the little that I see and saying, there's some sort of political gaming is ongoing here. And it seems to me, it does appear like some sort of backyard conversations were held prior to this lady coming to Liberia. And some people, they just do not know when to vent out things. And when the little chance that they get, they speak it out. And this is where bravery should come into place. If you know for any reason, if you were betrayed by your political godfathers for whatever reasons, you should have the guts. You should have the time to voice out those things here. I don't think she did her. That's my personal view. I don't think she did herself a good by speaking out at that particular venue, even assuming her boss, which of course can anger anybody that they actually claim that did not talk to her. But she must also understand her boss and perhaps the institution was fully represented because you have Kimia there who proxy the affairs of the former president. If there was any other thing, but he Kimia to, we're just in a very polarized and awkward situation. My understanding, if I heard that correct, that he came here to relaying to her that former President Weah was trying to reach out to her, can't get her. I don't know whether her number changed, what is the situation, but there are a lot of things being happening in the back here. But I think she just obviously she knows her CDC. She knows what CDC is all about. When you go, if one of them, if you go after their leader, and that the CA is demeaning, putting him down, obviously you're going to have a barrage of attack. But I think they are just jumping the guns so much. We don't know all of the details here. What led to her statement? I think is not good. She also, on the other hand, is seriously playing the tribal politics. I mean, to see the likes of Tomafala from their own Gisi land and all of that. Now, Uncle Joe, I mean, come on. But Sophina knows which one. I mean, it could be anybody. I mean, nobody, she would never want to go to jail. So she's going to be submissive. She's going to be very respectful. But what is really concerning and why everybody looking up here to give such a praise to the president? This is a high-profile case. So I really want to know what was the conversation, if there's any, for which she feels that she's not going to jail now or she never went to jail because of the president's intervention. So it suggests to me that this president is also playing is in a double standard game, And you just alluded to that. It's sort of endless case. We saw that when she was out, she would do that, she would do that. What happens at the end of the day? She came, and we saw, I mean, you have the right. Maybe she took her lawyer, but for her, for these kind of things to come from out of her mouth, when the president should not even be around those sort of cases where she's being allegedly accused by the same very committee set up by this president to prosecute her to go after corrupt official. For her to say now, it is because of this president, it's a hair-scratching issue.
Thank you, Mr. So.
Perhaps you can help her out.
Thank you, Mr. So. I think my take on this here, and it's a very short one. I really do not, but then again, this also is Liberia. But I'm not in the area of saying President we have made this. President we is not God to make anybody, but President we have provide opportunity for people. And I think loyalty to many Liberians is very important to every one of us. Now, loyalty also does not mean slavery. Loyalty also does not mean that you cannot speak your mind whenever things are not going your way. But I think the relationship that we have seen over the years between Finambono and former President Weah, that we have read about over the years, I think it should be a matter of phone call if she feel that President Weah is not supporters of whatever it is that she's trying to do, then I think it should be a matter of phone call. And I believe in their circle, there are other people, perhaps the President Weah is not taking call. There are other folks in her circle with the president that perhaps she could have reached out to. But to come in public and do that. My concern now is that Tom Fowler is now in the process of catching a big catfish from CDC. In that Tom Fowler was expelled from CDC, and Tom Fowler has always been complaining that it's not him that left CDC; it is CDC that left him. And if he's successful in bringing people like Finambono on her side, no matter what the situation, it will be clear to many of us to say perhaps CDC themselves have problem. They are unable to retain their high official, high stake official. Now, the like of Finambono, who was very much involved with former President Weah, for that person to be on the other side, especially Liberian politics, if I were a member of CDC and do care for this former president, I will be a little bit concerned. Because who knows what does she really knows about President Weah over the 6 years period? What can she say that perhaps might jeopardize the former president chances of even trying to venture back into politics? Is that something CDC? Those are things that if I were a member of CDC, I would be concerned with. Than to come and castigate this lady, to come and use words that are not of good nature on someone who used to be the guidance of my party standard bearer door and what have you. And I think we all have to be very careful because these things usually don't end well. Someone who will have more information for you, on you to be on the other side, they are not conducive to the free society that we all continue to strive for and fight for. So I will hope whatever it is that President Weah will do whatever it takes to reach out to this lady as soon as possible so that the claws of Tomofala does not get hooked into this lady's jaw. I hope not. Metaphorically spoken.
Let me say something in here. You talk something important here. And the CDC or the former president is more at risk than even the Finaboro. And that's what they need to understand. Everywhere there is always this sort of bargaining. And I know that I said this before, and this is going to see more of this. The United Party is a party that will still see CDC as a major opposition, so they're not going to rule out anything. So what I see coming more and more is this political prosecution to lay charges, endless charges against high-profile folks within the CDC, because once it goes before the court now, then it becomes it has to go through a process, and that process is not going to be a one day. And we start picking people. It's Samuel Tua, it's Fina Bono. We don't know who are going to be the next person. These sort of cases will go slow, and it will drag them into elections. And once they are into that, it means you cannot fully participate. That's another way of cutting. We saw what happened in the 90s when Samuel Doe was falling. We saw the going of Grady Allison. We saw Patrick Minicon when they went for the major conference. Nowadays, it's more or less modified with political prosecution by going after those. We don't know the outcome of the former first lady. Now, who knows? What are United Party going to reach a deal with this Finabono? You think Finabono will want to go to jail? She's a young lady. Whatever money that she got from the government, everybody wants to live and enjoy their money. She can come with a deal. Okay, you know what? Do us there. We need to know more. You have been with this guy here. Finabono was the key, was the gateway to George Weah, former President George Weah. We don't know what she's going to be saying with security forces or even with the committee, whatever information. Of course, the government of the day has the authority to prosecute, to do whatever they're doing. So they got to be very mindful. like I said, the tribal aspect, it cannot be ignored. Uncle Joe can help her out with seeing how national government influence major, cases everywhere. So they just got to be careful because it more or less it makes the former president vulnerable because whatever comes out of her mouth, people will believe it because of a close proximity to this president for all these number of years.
Just to piggyback on, yeah. Hold on, Walter. I'll come to you. Just to piggyback on that, Mr. So, I think sedition for some reason. I'm not too sure exactly what's happening in a inner circle. That this lady that they have allowed, and I say allow because sedition could have resisted her taking that position, and would have been a serious. I mean, the inner circle like the like of McGill and all the other big shot in CDC, if they were to say we don't want to go more closer to the president, I think she would have been pushed aside. But my thing here is, where were they? I mean, and this thing is not. It didn't just happen overnight. It didn't just happen overnight. I'm sure there has been some little information here and there, or what they just ignore completely and believe that the former president Weah is invisible, nothing can happen to him. Now, the Constitution might be able to protect him, but the Constitution might not be able to protect his close relatives, his close family members. Finabodo can be turned as a state witness, and everyone else can be dragged into the court. As Mr.
Mr. Toll, let's make it clear here to the audience. Nothing like you only protected when you are a sitting president. You can. We saw how the guy here being fingerprinted here when he left office. So when you are out of office, that sort of immunity is not there. And this is where, like we said, they need to be very, very careful. Eating that young woman, I don't know how much she has amassed, but you think she wants to go to jail or you think she don't want to enjoy her money and all of that? Of course, we are seeing that here. People breach of due and stuff like that. So the notion of this person made this here and without then, again, the president too, the former president would know him with his respect of how he and some of the people that have been together from the little that we know, if at all he has not communicated to her, that simply suggests to me they are being a long time. There's something going on among them that we don't know. Probably at some point in time, you're going to come up because that's your protocol. That's your former protocol officer. That her father dies as well. So while at this time, Kimi Yana is the conduit, is the media of exchange. So I mean, it's both sides. We got to weigh that as well.
So, Walter Carter, let's hear from you. Then we can go to Dr. Mali. Perhaps he will wrap it up for us on that.
So this is the thing, right? This is the thing. And when I spoke on President, we are making those people. And you made a comment that he's not God and everybody he's not God. Look, let me tell you something here. In our political setting, we got people that made people. We got political godfather that brought people to the limelight. That always say he made this person. Not to say he created them. No. Finabodo were nowhere. Finabodo were not in our politics. They were nowhere. The legs of the Falas, they were nowhere. Had George Weah not come to this presidency or into politics, you would not even know the name they call Thomas Fala. You would never know the name they call Finabono. You would never ever know the name they call Sir Joseph. Because even the Samuel 12, you would never know them. Because of we are coming to politics, brought those people along. Darius Dillon said, we are made leaders. We are brought people on. He made them leaders. He made them to be future leaders. Unlike his party former leaders, they took them to be bare boys. But he made it, and that's true. So let me tell you something here. Hold on. Let me want to ask a question. Finabono coming to the public to express some dissatisfaction because President Weah did not attend her father's funeral when President Weah was outside the country attending international duties, and then she took an exception. It's all about tribal politics. When this Unity Party government offered a woman freedom.
Is that what she said?
Is that what she told you?
Well, you watch the whole tape, then you brought the topic up.
She said they were offering her freedom.
I say,
I never.
unity. You just how we analyzing here. Unity Party offer the woman to war free. President Bwaka.
Is that
Intervention.
your analysis or that's the fact?
Intervention.
That's the fact or that's the analysis?
Thank
you. My own that
but
fact.
why you not give me a chance to
Thank
learn?
you. Let me go.
Let me speak my own. No, let me finish. That's not being fair. That's not being fair.
Walter Cutter.
No. You get don't cut me off the line, Mr. Toe. Mr. Toe, all fairness, don't cut me off the line. No, don't do that.
There's no fairness.
Don't do that, Mr. Toe. You spoke your mind. The CEO spoke his mind. Give me a chance. Let me speak my mind.
You're supposed to allow the man to speak.
No. We're not gonna let Walter Cutter to push me around. I'm
not pushing you around. Just let me speak my mind.
We'll come back to you. We'll come and hold your peace.
Why will you,
Dr. Mallett, will hold your peace, please. Walter Cutter, Dr. Mallett, the dictator is in charge. You think I have to come play around? Dr. Mallett, I hear you.
Walter Cutter, you got to keep your gun to your chest for a while.
You coming to analyze?
What I want to say here is that
you can come and open Walter Cutter mic. If you're going to analyze, they'll let you analyze you too. Go ahead, let's hear from you.
I think this is a hard level.
Hold on, Doc. Let me just announce. Folks, the number is there. Give us a call, 916-533-2048 or WhatsApp 916-333-09721. When you call the panelists on the application to answer. Excuse me?
Can I make a final comment before I leave? I have things to take care of quickly.
You got 1 minute.
Yeah. So
this is LP. What other thing you got to take care of? You want to run away from us?
We gotta be very, 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 very careful. I don't know this year. Yeah, I believe I wanted to ask, but I would just throw it out there. I think there's a saying no one is an island. I believe there's a reason, George, we are to brought these people around. So it's fair to say they were asset to him as well.
Exactly. You're correct.
In getting his political achievement.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a give and take. You can't.
I use you, you use me. That's it.
Yeah. So I think it's a two-way street, and we need to understand that. I mean, we get a typical saying here, because you bring me to America now, I will be honor your fee from my childhood time to always to your age time.
If I bring you to America, you honor me.
This president, the former president, he get a lot to do too as well with respect to maintaining relationship. It is very, very, very much important. There is some trash here too of this former president inability to maintain his essential. That his political ally.
When you lead a wire with me, then you run away. Then CDC will start chewing me all over. Aaron Brown will start chewing me all over tonight.
But it's still speaking from a perspective of Unity Party strength. We know undercover. Go ahead. keep going ahead.
Even finish my mouth.
But this is it. Well, let you enjoy yourself. See you.
Keta, whether you like it or not, I'm doing you a favor. You as a Weashin. CDC, the former president, he needs to get more mature in the sense. I'm not saying he's not adult. They get an adult and they get adult to maintain his political.
Hold on, caller. Let us see your finish, then we'll come to you.
Thank you so much, liberals. I will be monitoring because I know Keta going to come back lashing at me, which is okay. Yeah. That's common.
All right, caller, you got 1 minute. What's your name? Where you're calling from? What's on your mind? 1 minute, please. Thank you, CEO. We appreciate it. We'll see you tomorrow. Caller, let's hear you.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Toe. Thanks for taking the call. This is
a snow lion. Thank you for calling. What's on your mind?
No, anyway, Mr. Toe, as I could see how Mr. Dr. Mallett was agitating, trying to force the questions in the talk of Mr. Keto. After Keto have already answered him. President Weah is the most kind-hearted and good Liberian. But because of the laziness, ungratefulness of Liberians, this is what we always refer to President Weah about our shortcoming. Saying that, because we Liberians are not getting this, that. There's a man who uses finances to develop individual Liberians and assist the Liberian government when he was not even thinking about politics. You know? Well, Liberians who don't have the better way to appreciate him, but always to criticize him. Mr. Mali, when it comes to he's saying neutral man or independent, when it comes to that Norfolk County king, you always let me speak and in a way of people back wrongdoing. I want to believe that Kisi people have an agenda. It will not be the Kisi person that will try to betray President Oya or Liberian people. They have proven that simplicity, that they are ungrateful people in the nation. You know, whatsoever President Oya has done, he's a human being. He's not God, but he has made a lot of Liberians to succeed when they were nowhere. And Finabona is one of those people. Don't father. A lot of them. You know, we the Southeastern people, we are the people that are holding the peace for Liberia.
Hold on 1 minute. Let me merge this other color. Just hold on, please. Okay, you got 30 seconds before we bring in the other color. Colors, just lower your monitor. Snow line, go ahead and wrap it up so the other color can come in. Then we'll reach out to Aaron Bropper who called earlier. Go ahead.
Yes, I just want to believe that Finabono, even though Joseph Boga been playing the tactics in a way to surprise her, she's a lady, just to give up, you know. But I want to believe that those kisses, they have the agenda. And the agenda is not even a good one, it's just to be based on gratefulness.
Thank you.
You know, President Weah, she would have tried to find, if anything, they would have always try to find the full excuse to get out of the way because they have an ulterior motive based on greediness.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's what I'm saying. But let me tell you on this. If the county of Maryland would have remained just as nation by itself, I think Grand Crew, the rest of the Southeastern would have just joined Maryland and would have built one nation by ourselves, still join those people who would have begun that mentality. It's completely different.
You want to be yourself. You want to what would be your need of your country? Your southeast.
It would have been the best way that Grand Crew, Sando County, Greenville, with George, Maryland as one nation.
And what would be the need of your country? What would be your need of your country?
That's not the question now. They could have been the country of Maryland. No problem with that.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Snow Lion. Thank you very much. Caller, you're next in line. What's your name? Where you Snow Lion? You can just drop yourself. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Good evening to you, sir, and good evening to your viewership. My name is Patrick Sidney, and I'm calling you from Riverdale, Georgia.
Thank you. Hold on. Teddy Lion, you gotta just get off. Take yourself off, Teddy Lion, please, if you don't mind. Go ahead.
So again, as a Kissy man, I find it a bit unfortunate that Mr. Lion or Teddy Lion will say that Kissy people. I think if I stand to be corrected, but from what I just heard, he generalized it. But let me just remind him, Fala did not leave Fala did not voluntarily leave the CDC. The CDC is spelling. There is no account now, as we speak, that FINA has officially left the CDC. Sajo said yes, he went out to form his own political party. That being progressive, you don't expect everybody to stay with you forever, to remain under you. Maybe you can take issue with what Sajose had to say. We can make a debate out of that. But to say all Kisi people are ungrateful, the man still has Today, Maxwell San coming as one of his trusted ears. He stay out to Jefferson Tamakoji. He stay out kissing people in his entourage as his close bully. Then to Mr. Keto, I don't know much about Fina's background, but just to let you know, Fina's father, the late Elijah Tamabundo, he was the Kisi announcer to ELBC. They also had an uncle who was part of the PRC. He was not a major man. You know, he was not like, Mr. Two, brother, no. But he was in the PRC. He used to work at finance. So they don't, they're not like probably a family that come from nowhere. Elijah Tamabono is a prominent Kisi man in our community. Yes, George Weah may have brought her to prominence, but just as Mr. So said, you know, if Ajibona was not there, George Weah wouldn't be great. I can tell you, Robert Clark was better than George Weah. I saw I labeled the Bush ad, and I used to go to the IE practice ground, ELBC, the LEC compound. The late Robert Clark was better than George Weah, but because Councilor Ajibona had interest in George Weah for whatever reason it was, I can't question it. It paid out good. But again, it's left. Everybody has to use somebody to get to where you want to be. So with this, narrative, anytime somebody...
Hold on. Let me merge. Aaron Bruffler. Go ahead, caller. Go ahead, wrap it so Aaron can take us home and then we can close it.
So yeah, and now let me just speak just briefly on the border thing. Dr. Mali, my nephew, he spoke about it. Nephew, the president has made his position clear. The government made her position clear. It's diplomacy that's the past. We cannot go to war right now with Guinea. We cannot. We are numbers. We don't have the we don't have the weaponry. Our arsenals are empty. We don't have the manpower. We're not ready for that. We're still recovering from 14, 15-year crisis. We're not going. So we just got to keep the diplomatic path until one day, keep engaging with the ECOWAS community, and at the same time, while we have this temporary seat on the Security Council to see how we can make our shots there. That's all we can do. But we're not going to go to war.
Thank you.
And that's not where you get the most assets in the Kisi community, Joseph Numa Bwaka, to go to war to Guinea to kill our own people on the other side. It's not happening.
Thank you.
No,
thank you. Thank you. Let's go. Thank you very much for your comment tonight. We appreciate it, sir. Aaron Bruffler, let's hear from you.
Hey, Mr. Tool, how you guys doing this evening?
Thank you. What's on your mind?
What's on my mind? I was just trying to weigh in on this whole Finabono conversation you guys having.
All right.
First of all, I think Mr. So we have said it that this whole Finabono issue, you're supposed to know it's all propaganda, right? The same thing that Tomofala did to get Fanati Kufa out as a speaker, the same thing Tomofala doing. The same usual Tomofala as always, trying to protect his own self-aggrandizement. Nobody else is doing that for. Now, this person was the former chief of protocol to the former president. The former foreign minister spoke at the place and told her how the former president was trying to call her. Mind you, you got to understand he's on an international duty right now. He's at a war camp. This man is...
Hold on. Let me merge in Rescue 3, please. Go ahead, Aaron Bruffler, make it brief so that Rescue 3 can come on.
This man is a chairman on the FIFA anti-racism committee. So if he tries to call you once or twice, you don't pick up. he got a business schedule to run. So when people coming up with this kind of petty propaganda, oh, Finagono know this, Finagono know this, Finagono will talk this, Finagono will talk that, I don't think we should buy into that because it's not even at that point.
Okay.
It's not even at that point. Okay, I'm not finished. Please, just give me 2 more seconds. It's not even at that point. So to say, she's going to do something because she's leading the city to that, why is President Baka always using people dead to go and try to break people's strength? He did the same thing with the same president. Let's do. He tried to share the rules in the president where he's doing the same thing again. They always walking on your property. He always walking in the night. In the night, he's people. It's very propaganda. You guys can see him in social media. That's exactly what he's doing. It's all propaganda. And it's all led by the president to so much power. It's all propaganda.
Thank you.
That's what he's doing.
Thank you, Aaron. Thank you very much. We hope you will join us again tomorrow. Let's hear from you, Rescue 3. Take us on so Dr. Martin and Walter Cutter can wrap it for us. Go ahead.
Hey, the dictator, the board chair, how you doing?
I'm great. My dictatorship is working well.
You holding us down tonight. I love the show.
Thank
I love the show.
Thank you.
You are the guru. You are the guru.
Yeah, thank you.
You know, Mr. Tome, I can't understand now that CDC are trying to beat on the lay. I think, they are not being fair to the woman. Fina is not a fight person. They see where they undermine. Can you imagine in a House of Representatives is dominated by what? By the sedition. The CDC representing the House of Representatives, they are in majority than the ruling position. They sat there, they all went and voted, they removed fanatical. It's not the point person, the big fanatic feed, here, same person for the same country, you don't want to draw something. That means everybody can keep tea in their stomach, although they had a saying that the thing that can make men's stomach be is not the food you eat, it's certain thing that you swallow. These are the things that happen with fanatical father. But they see propaganda, they ran that propaganda on the former speaker. We all were on the show here backing on the former speaker. How many of the sedition that voted get them removed for that CDC? They did the same thing to some of us, they don't resign for CDC, they don't want to scare the man. So they are using the medium to get people, and then they will come back and say, that person led it to death because of John Weir. John Weir says it's a being. It's a being. John Weir do him, even the late John Solo said it. So today, even you hurt somebody and the person get to the top, that means you always to the ground, and they get the other one to the other one to there. They didn't stop this here. They are more than enough. No, this is politics. We are not coming on that field here to come eat bread. On that field here, it's a hard game that we are playing here.
Thank you.
So if Tina can come, please give me 1 more minute. If Tina can come out to explain her dissatisfaction in manner in which they treat her, they are bigger thing than what she's saying here today. Why do you think that when Tina enter the country, Tina use the VIP? There's a lot of things that happening behind the scene. And the Samuel 12 issue, thank God that Samuel 12 clarified tonight to the sedition that he never gave Jeremiah a million dollar. He said the only money he gave to Jeremiah was the $50,000 for the hospital when the government took over, and the $50,000 they gave him as a support. And you think what they made a clarity, and the system yet to it, he was allowed on base Sunday that if I said base Sunday to him, when base Sunday called on sponsor, he said no. He never had any discussion with Sunday 12. So if you go through the court process, nobody wishing for Sunday 12 to go in jail. If the judge will be thrown, the judge will be thrown to Sunday 12 because he said 100 before it's a former government official. But if you will come out with that kind of lies and get it, because tomorrow is a ruling in the case, you get to honor money, county and fair to the justice system. Thank you for the show, both here.
Thank you. Thank you very much. You'll be the last caller for the night. So, Dr. Malik, let's hear from you. Then we'll talk because I will take us home.
I think I want to agree with Rescue 3 and Aaron. As Aaron pointed out,
how are you going to thread this needle here?
Hey,
Rescue 3 speaking from different side. Aaron speaking from a different side, and you
No,
agree with both
I
of
know
them.
what
Let's
I
hear
talk.
from
I know what I'm talking
you.
about.
That's what I'm anxious to know.
I agree with the both of them.
Okay.
I agree with Aaron. This is a high level propaganda going on, but it's a propaganda in the interest of the ruling party. This is a clever attempt to break down CDC backbone before 2029. You see, defection are very dangerous in political party, and maybe we tend to overlook it. This whole thing is becoming like quick pro quo. She gave them information, they lower the bar for her. This is what's going to happen. And the defection is increasing. It was Thomas Fowler, now it's her. Who knows? Maybe the next thing now they're going to put the Memorial City Hall under the radar of investigation to hook Koji so that he can also capitulate. So I agree with Aaron. That's a high level propaganda going on. And I also agree with Rescue 3. This is not, we are not, this is not cheese and butter thing. There's a high level politics going on. So the time to already cry, there's no space for that right now. CDC will have to move up to the occasion, or else before 2029, CDC will be broken down. Because if that is the strategy the Unity Party is using, trust me, they're going to break CDC down around President Weah. And lastly, the issue of President Weah not a god. I agree, he's not a god, but he helped a lot of people. But the question now is, President Weah did not help people out of the vacuum. When President Weah netted over $80 million as a football player, who did he make in Liberia? Zero. President Weah started making people when he was over the purse of Liberia. And he put people to strategic places. And they started helping themselves. Is that a genuine help? No. This is government coffers, and you place people to do their own thing. Like Fina Bono, she was placed in a strategic place, and she rise up. It was that private thing. When you had $80 million, and you help other people, then I would say yes. We are able to make this person, and make the other person, and make the other person. But every one of them took advantage of the government purse, and they started lifting each other up. So I don't see that as being indebted to Weah. After all, in politics, you help me, I help you. And at some point, we have to draw the line. So Keto just said, oh, they help the last quarter. I mean, Keto just said, oh, when you have somebody, they should say that, no, it's politics. The loyalty can break at any time. And I go my way, you go your way. That's what happened in politics, you see? So as Keta is saying that this thing is being traditionalized, yes, then that means the Unity Party is playing its game very well.
Thank you.
So CDC need to wake up now to come on a counter attack, or our CDC going to be broken down before 2029. And this is a serious issue. Thank you, River.
Thank you, Doc. I think you're straight. You're quite spot on point here tonight on that one. I'll give you that one. Usually you come here with all kind of tabata, but this is a very serious analysis here tonight that I will give you. Walter Carter, I think you better say good night after Dr. Carter.
No, I can't say good night because Dr. Mali just market his political limitation here tonight. Political limitation, he just marked it here tonight. So
the man took all of you to clean it here. He can't have a political limitation. Okay.
Let me tell Mr. Mari something at Dr. Mari, right? He said, Judge, we are help people when he became political, when you used the purse of Liberia. No,
I said when he preside over the purse of Liberia.
Yeah, the purse.
Let him just talk.
When he became a president of the nation. That's not true.
Okay.
Okay.
Your finance minister, your former finance minister that we are paying school fee.
Oh,
Samuel 12.
How you doing, mama?
go ahead,
So
me.
your former finance minister,
Mhm.
your former finance minister, Samuel Tue,
Mhm.
admitted admitted that he so we are helping pay his school fees.
Mhm.
Your former
But
chief of
let me
staff.
ask you the water culture.
Hold on. I come in.
What was the
Labor,
other?
I'm not on the witness stand. I
Here
just
we
I'm
go.
there
Here
explain
we go.
myself. I'm not on the
Here
witness
we go.
stand.
Here we
Your
go. Go ahead.
former chief of staff, your former chief of staff said on national and international radio that we are saying the school pay school fees.
Call the
More
people
than
name.
thousands of Liberians benefited from we are when you were playing football through scholarships. If you don't know that, non-Liberians are all benefited from we are on scholarship when you were playing football. Liberia, the president we are that we know today, the reason why he became popular in Liberia is not because people want him to be president, because his philanthropy, his generosity towards his fellow Liberian. That what he did for Liberia. When he came to politics, he saw men who knew at the time our political system at the time could not even recognize as politicians. He brought them on board and made them prominent citizens of our nation. Today, they are boasting around, acting the popularity they got, it came from themselves. But one thing, newsflash, 2029, we will see who popularity they were riding on, whether it was their own popularity or it was we are popularity. We will
Okay.
see that. And I
Thank you.
still want to hold here today that Fina Bono, so we are Mayhaw. The Gisi men are keen on the show tonight and cover Fina Bono power working this play and working that play. He don't even know Fina Bono. Fina Bono is on Perry Street. I ain't saying I will not put myself out there, but he can talk to Fina Bono, ask Fina Bono, say, Wilton Kettle, he should tell you. We all were on our uncle just wrote Fina Bono and were on Perry Street. Fina Bono, my sister, and went to school together. That way I can stop. That the conversation I can stop right there. So you will
Thank
know
you.
what happened afterward. But
Thank you.
President William May Fina Bono.
Okay. We're not gonna
President
relitigate that.
William May, I'm really getting it because I wanted to sink in the minds of the people who think, oh, we are into the one. We are made those people. We are made them and brought them to prominence. And today they are backsliding. They are backstabbing him. They are being very ungrateful to him because of some kind of political shenanigan and some kind of inept president are sitting over there and
Oh,
inept
good
people
night.
around
Good
him
night. I thought you were
causing
coming
us.
here. I thought you were gonna talk
There we
something good, but
go.
that why you coming to come
Yeah.
talk about and good night. Good
Now
night.
I won't stay.
Thank
I
you.
won't care. I won't
Thank
care
you.
pressure
Thank
or a
you.
little bit.
Yeah, the welcome
Yes.
business. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good night. Good night. We
Yes.
don't cut
Yes.
that. Good night.
So hold on. Let me
Doctor
tell you.
Carter, no
30
more
minutes.
talking for
30
you. You're
minutes. 30
done. You're
minutes.
done
30
for the
minutes.
night. No,
30
what
minutes.
few minutes for you? Can't don't get
Labor
that.
you the
Take it back.
guru.
Take it back.
Labor you
Say
the
this
guru
is
on
the
the
best
show.
president. Your picture showing the president project. The
You
project
see.
the
You see. You
president
see.
constructed.
This
Your
is the
picture is
this
showing.
is the
Then you're gonna
trickery.
say
This is
inept?
the trickery and the buffoonery you guys can play. That's Job build this place.
Who built it?
Labor that's Job build the place. And
Who
that
built
president we
it?
have built this place.
I beg you,
We have
man.
built
Don't
this
come start
place.
telling you what we are able to build. And
We
the
were
only
there when they
thing
broke the ground. We were there when the construction was elevated.
we are building was the own kind of medium. That's all. Thank you, Walter
You
Carter. Good
see? So
night.
you're still
Join me
pushing your
tomorrow.
falsehood. This is the reason why they
Walter
will whip your
Carter,
content
join me
tonight.
tonight. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing to have you on tonight. Thank you very much. Join me tonight. Tomorrow. Can't talk about my president inept, the good, the wonderful, wonderful president, man, who took us from the whole year, put us on it. I can't talk about that. Okay, folks, Samson told Labra Public Radio. I want to thank all of you tonight. These are views truly, truly believed by the people who are expressing those views. They believe in it, and we believe they do have the right to express themselves freely. And we're not going to stay here to say you can't say this and can't say that. Always say that we'll be respectful for one another and we will be responsible for what comes out of our own mouth. I want to thank all of you again tonight. Those of you that have been writing, oh my goodness, there was a lot of writing here. Even my own sister, Mama Collins, writing here like nothing else. Thank you. I want to take this opportunity now to say thank you. Join me again tomorrow night. As God could have it, we'll be here again and continue to pray for one another. With that, no, let me don't leave it like that. Let me say what I want to say. Going back to Samuel 13, let me just close on this. The government of the Republic of Liberia, from my perspective, if you have circumstantial evidence, do not bring another case on Samuel 12 based on tampering with a jury. Tampering with a jury, you must have concrete evidence that people in the village of Totan will be able to believe. Kolo kolo, they must see it, they must hear it. But you can't say because Liberians are corrupt and therefore you believe that perhaps they have bribed the jury, it won't hold. You do that, yes, you can bring the case, you're the government. But when people don't believe in your system, everything else you do, if the people don't believe in it, it's for nothing work you will be putting into it. You can convict him, but people don't believe it. In the hearts of the people, he will always be exonerated. And if you leave power, that man will walk. Leave it alone. Let's move on. With Finambono stuff, it's very sad. And this is what we all do. We as Liberians, this is what we do. With Finambono stuff, loyalty is not something that we value in Liberia, many of us. Especially after the war. What's in it for me? Has nothing to do with let's fight together. Not physically, not to harm anybody, but let's be in this together as a community and be able to improve our lives of the lives of our brothers and sisters as a community. We don't do that anymore. And that's what I keep saying here. Those of you that are politicians, watch some of us that come around you. We're in it for ourselves. Most of us. Why some of you are straightforward, want to make sure that Liberia developed. We will praise sing, we will praise you, but we're not doing it to help you to move the life of our brothers and sisters. What Finambono did here, she has the right, she's not slave. Not because President we are made her, then she no. She has the right to express herself, she has the right to disassociate. It's enshrined in the Constitution. But as a human being, President, we are Nina sport all over for Finambono business. I on here sport, President, we are Nina Finambono business. Make all kind of ridiculous statement here about Finambono and President we are. And for you now, because you think Finambono, you think you would have made a kind of statement, a President we are President of the Republic of Liberia? Do you really believe? You and Thomas Father do what's his name? Sir Joseph defend your own party. But do you really believe? You know the party that I look at? The Amos toward them party. You think they will trust you? You think they will welcome you in your the party? A President Waka is not seeking re-election. You think they will bring you on board? Unless you have dossier of document that will implicate or indict President Weah or any other person within your circle. If not, they're not going to use you. If CDC is your home, you should have been staying home. This is something, you know, that one thing I know about Crown people much. We talk. We're like, but when it comes to, when Crown men say, you're my friend, go up and count down. Unless you yourself say, I don't want a friendship anymore. But when crown person, man or woman, say you're my friend, you're their friend. And they don't just get up and say you're my friend. You go rocket here and there, but when they know that not only are you stable, but that you're somebody they can trust, and they say you're my friend, and they take the first thing crown man or crown person, the first thing they say you're my friend. Once they pass that around to say that person my friend, the first person they're taking you is to go eat in their man house, and not any other bowl. You're gonna go eat from the pot the man cook from. Your friend. Crown man or crown woman don't make friendship on the mouth. That's why we ain't got no cover. We tell you exactly how we feel. Because we know when we say your friend, any confusion is behind back door. We come here with friends. Because here's the thing here. My mom would tell me, if you're friend with somebody and you come in public and disassociate yourself from that person, you yourself, your character is in question. People will question your character to be somebody that is not even sincere in the first place. So you don't just get up to be friends with somebody. And that's why some of us that are not involved in the politics, when we say we're behind the person, we're behind them. Not for money, but because of what the person can offer for the community. Folks, this is Samson told Labro Padrino. I want to thank all of you again tonight. Say thank you very much for joining me tonight. We'll say good night to you. Join me again tomorrow where we'll have a wonderful, wonderful conversation. Good night, folks. Let's continue to pray for one another instead and thank God for our life. With that, I will say good night to all of you. Good night, folks.
Mon amant,